Good morning, friends. How are we feeling? I just realized yesterday I start every live by going like this, and it's hilarious. So I don't think I'm ever going to be able to break that because I've truly been doing it forever. I am sore. I don't know about you guys, but I am sore like in my joints. So we're going to take a little while to get warm today. For those of you who joined me yesterday, we did 2 workouts. We did Kettleclub at 6:45 a.m. and then 7:30 was our bodybuilding workout with either a barbell or a pair of dumbbells or kettlebells. And it was a lot of squatting. It was a ton of hinging, and it was a lot of just movement in general, loaded movement. So again, we're going to take a while to get warm today, make sure that we're feeling good, and then we'll get rocking in. It is also freezing, so it might take me an extra second to get warm. I'm going to turn this music down first and foremost because it's a little loud, and then we'll get started. All right. So we're going to need a heavy bell today as well as a light bell. You have heavy single arm work and then light bottoms up iso holds. For those who have not done bottoms up work before, you're definitely going to want a lighter bell because it is way more challenging than it seems. If you've done bottoms up work before though, maybe challenge yourself today because we are just doing the hold from a tall kneeling position. Let's start on the floor in tabletop. Let's get this warm up going and we'll get to work. Starting in tabletop, let's do cat-cow a few times. Bring movement to the spine, finding our breath. If something feels sticky, stay there. My upper back was definitely feeling it yesterday. Which was odd because we didn't do any overhead pressing, but who knows. All right, come up to your knuckles. Bring your right foot around to the outside of your hand, and let's keep going through cat-cow. You're definitely going to feel tightness in the adductor and hamstring today. As you squeeze that knee into your shoulder, you're going to feel that. So again, find that tension because it will kind of encourage your body to release. It's kind of a response that our bodies have to keep themselves from getting injured. So if you feel like something is really tight, sometimes just creating that tension between you and yourself will help kind of relax it. It's a cool adaptation. All right, let's do the other side. And again, I am streaming these workouts live all week long, and honestly, I've been having a really good time with them. I know I've only done 1 day of them so far. I might be speaking too soon, but I'm really enjoying them, so I don't know. I might start doing them like weekly again. Maybe not daily, but a weekly live workout. It's fun. All right. Let's switch sides again and then sit upright. So tall half kneeling position. I'm going to grab my foot behind me for a cow stretch. Now, if that is not within your grasp, put your kettlebell behind you and prop your toe up on the handle. And automatically, it is just a little bit easier. Now, I will say it feels like harder on the kneecap. So you might need to adjust or add more padding under the knee. Either way, find something that works for you so that we can then tuck the pelvis and really get into this quad. Now we're going to be getting into the hamstring by way of activating it. So I'm going to breathe out, tuck my butt, and curl my foot off of the handle of the kettlebell. I know that YouTube can see me. I'm going to turn to the side so that Zoom and Instagram can see me. So we'll set up. We tuck the butt, we breathe out, and we curl the foot off of the handle. It's going to be all hamstring. Bring it down. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Now, if you are holding your foot up, you'll tuck your pelvis, grab your foot. We're holding. And when you feel like this has kind of released and is in a good place, you'll let your hand go and just keep your foot in the air. Now, when you're keeping it in the air, make sure that you don't arch your back to compensate. If so, you need to bring that foot down a little bit. It just means that all of this is probably too tight to be even getting there. So that would be the case for maybe a yoga block instead of the kettlebell handle, or just in general having that kind of that starting point. It is much lower than obviously holding with my hand, so it's a good other option for you. Now, this is where people get hamstring cramps, obviously, right? It's very extreme, it's very isolated. That's what's great about it. So once you get past that first cramp, it usually isn't gonna happen a second time on the same leg, but just wanted to give that warning. How are we feeling? Welcome to the live. All right, so next up, I wanna get into the shoulders. So let's lay on the floor with our arms out in front of us. We're gonna do 4 scorpions. So arms out in front, palms are up, fly them off the ground, fly your arms around to your side, palms will be down in a T, and then keep going behind you until palms are up in the back. Then we fly back around to the T and around to the front. Let's do 4 more. I'm keeping my toes on the floor, I'm keeping my legs extended, finding tension throughout them, zipping up my legs. So I'm squeezing my legs together with my adductors, squeezing my glutes, and all of that is translating to helping lift my chest off the floor. All right, when you get down with 5, lay your arms in a T. I want you to pull your right hand to your chest, bend your right knee, lift it off the floor, open your hip, and twist. Sometimes that pulling of the hand in helps you understand that this hand is actually pushing you back, and you're supposed to be getting into this back arm, back pec, and anterior delt. Come back to the center. Pull that left hand in now, right arm out to the side, left knee bend, lift it up, open the hip, and twist. Fabulous. All right, let's lay on our backs now. We're gonna hug your right knee into your chest. Right arm will be out to the side, and then pull the knee across your body until you relax into the floor. Make sure your shoulders are not lifting off the ground. I mentioned this yesterday. If they are, I'd rather you prop your leg up on something, a pillow, a yoga block, something that can just allow you to relax into the stretch without your shoulders lifting off the floor. All right, come back to the center, other side. We are ready to rock and roll. So today's workout is a little less complicated than yesterday. We had a lot of different things yesterday, and we ended up cutting out a couple of rounds just to get it all in the right amount of time. Today, we have 2 sections, and they're very straightforward. We are still going to do a warm-up, don't worry, but I want to go ahead and call out what we're doing today so you can get the right kettlebells if you're just now joining us. So we need a heavy bell or a medium bell, depends on what you've got available. Either will work. And we need a light bell. And that light bell could be as light as like 4 or 6 kilos. I'm going to be using an 8 because that's what I have available. Honestly, I like starting with a 6, especially because I deal with some tennis elbow issues. My grip strength and ability to sustain grip is completely different from right to left hand. So this is a journey for me, and it's honestly a reason that I put this day into the program, because I know I'm not the only one that deals with this. So if you deal with tennis elbow issues, which is kind of that pain in the forearm, or maybe ulnar nerve, which is your funny bone, if you feel like tightness, pain in the forearm, this is probably something that could help you. I'll be careful in saying that because I can't actually prescribe that as a fix for it, but it's something to explore. It's low barrier of entry. It's literally just sitting there with a kettlebell upside down and challenging your grip and challenging your wrist's ability to balance a weight over it. So let's go ahead and get into the warm-up now. It's going to be very similar to yesterday. We're going to start with some form of jumping. I'm going to do pogo jumps today, which are just here. It's like a jump rope without the rope. And then we're gonna be doing loaded beast push-up, and we're gonna add a little bit more movement to that. So let's start with our jumping. We're gonna go for 30 seconds today versus a minute, because we do have more jumping in the workout. Let's go ahead and start. You're gonna do skaters, jump rope, cobra jumps, whatever you want. Starting to get that body moving, ramping up the CNS and our toes. Getting those toes moving, especially on a cold morning like this, depending on where you are. 5 more seconds. And good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is loaded beast push-up, scorpion, cross reach. So a scorpion is 3-legged dog, but with a hip opener at the top, and then across the body for a knee drive, okay? So we're going to do 4 total, 4 push-ups total at the end of all of this. Let's start in our high plank position. I'm going to move my mat like this so you can see. From the high plank, loaded beast, forward for a push-up, push back for downward dog and lift your right leg, open your hip, and then come forward and across for a knee drive. Back to high plank, let's do it again on the other side. Loaded beast, push up, scorpion on the left, cross reach. We got 2 more, loaded beast, push up, scorpion, cross reach, loaded beast, push up, scorpion, cross reach. Fabulous. Take a rest, and then we'll do it again. We're gonna do it 2 more times. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. It's nice to see some people in here. I love it. Sleepy that we're here. I saw that comment. Yes, ma'am. I'm really sleepy today. And that alarm goes off at like 4:30, and you went to bed entirely too late. The only thing getting you out of bed is knowing that you're here holding each other accountable. So honestly, I'm grateful for it. All right, let's do it again. Jumping in some capacity for 30 seconds, and then 4 rounds of that little push-up situation. Let's do it. Jumpy jump. Be aware of your feet. Are you pushing through all of your toes? Are you rolling to the outside of your feet? Are you caving in? Try to use your feet evenly. Use all your toes evenly. And rest. All right. Back to the high plank. Loaded beast push up. Scorpion. Cross reach. Again, loaded beast push up. Other side scorpion. Cross reach. 2 more. And when you get done, take a rest. We got it one more time. I know I'm getting hot. It was so cold today. I was like, I'm never gonna wear a sweater to this workout. But now it's warm. Okay, we're gonna have it one more time, and we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the workout. All right, jump with me. Final round, let's go. More seconds. And rest. Awesome. All right, we got 4 more on that push-up. And then let's talk about the workout. High plank. And loaded beast push-up. Scorpion. Cross reach. Other side, loaded beast push-up. Scorpion. Cross reach. 2 more. All right, y'all. When you get done with that, take a breather. And then we'll get into it. Good morning, welcome everyone. Another quick call out here. We are officially live on the App Store. I know that I said that a couple days ago, but we were bug testing. We still will be daily, I'm sure, forever. But it is functioning. I was testing it all last night. It's working really well. So if you do want to get into my programs, you can. It's very exciting, I'll be honest. Now, if you are one of my founding members, I need you to reach out to me. I've got a little special something for you. I'll be sending an email about this obviously today, but just so you know, wait to get that email from me. If you're one of those founding members, if you're someone who has been subscribed to my program for a while, I got a special treat for you. So wait to subscribe to the program once you see that email, okay? Let's get into the workout, shall we? So we got two sections here. The first one is originating from a farmer carry. We're gonna do 3 different things from that single arm position. The first one is going to be farmer carry knee drive. We're literally just standing there. It's harder than it looks though. I want you to think about what your foot is doing. As I was saying in the pogo jumps, make sure that you're gripping all of your toes or using all of your toes. Make sure that the outside of your foot stays down on the floor. You're creating arch and you're squeezing that glute. Okay, so this entire leg is active. That's the whole point. You will feel like your balance is so much better if you're intentional about what you're doing versus just standing there, okay? So tight core, squeeze the glute, lock out the leg. If you do all those things, no one's knocking you over, okay? Especially if you're gripping with that big toe. So we're gonna be holding for 20 seconds. After we're done with that, we're gonna plant our foot just a little bit behind us. I would say longer than what would be a kickstand stance because it's gonna be a lunge. So it's gonna be a stationary lunge, which is great for me because I got a broken toe, so it makes it just a little bit more approachable for me. In later weeks in the program, if you are actively in my program, you'll be doing a reverse lunge knee drive, all right? So you're holding this hand on the outside of the planted foot in the front, kettlebells here, reverse lunge knee drive. I'll be doing a stationary lunge. So y'all take your pick, okay? But I don't want this lunge stance to be super long. I want it to be just short enough so you can keep almost all of your weight in this front leg. After that, we'll park the bell and hike, and from there, we're gonna have 5 dead stop swings. So we're gonna swing up, swing back, and park. Swing, back, park 5 times. Then we'll do everything on the left side. That is slightly different than how my program is written. In the program, I have y'all doing right and left side of both things, and then going to the next. And I'd just rather exhaust you more quickly. So this is a slightly more advanced version than what I actually have in the program. Without further ado, because I'm talking a lot, let's get into it. Bring your bell in front of you. We're gonna have 5 rounds of this today. Good bit of work ahead of us. Let's start with the right hand on the bell. We're gonna come up into a knee drive. So right hand holding the bell, lock your rib cage down, shoulder blades squeeze down. Grip the floor with your right foot, squeeze your glute, lock out the leg. We're coming up and we're holding for 20 seconds. I'll keep count of the time, you don't have to worry about it. We're already halfway. Good, now we're gonna plant this left foot behind us and hinging our chest over our knee, we're coming down for a stationary lunge and up. Your kettlebell might touch the floor. If it does, I want you to keep tension on it. I don't want it to relax into the floor. So a little tap on the floor is okay, but not a full rest. After 5 reps, put your feet like this, swing back and park. And from here, we got 5 dead stop swings, single arm. All right, park the bell. If you're using a heavy bell, that should feel like something. If you're using a medium bell, it might not feel like something yet, but it will. Let's bring that bell to the left side. Stand up for a farmer carry. Rib cage down, shoulder blades squeeze down, grip with your left toes, squeeze your left glute, lock out the leg. Come up and knee drive, 20-second hold. Halfway. Keep your hips on the same plane. Try not to hike up this hip. Sit into that left one. All right, let's plant the right foot behind us, hinging our chest over our knee for a stationary lunge. 5 reps. Try to keep most of your weight in the front leg. After 5, let's put the bell in the hike position. 5 single arm dead stop swings. All right. Good work, y'all. So take a little rest, and we're gonna do it again. We got it for 5 rounds. A little monotonous, but monotony is what gets the job done because it gives your body the chance to adapt to what you're doing and then use heavier load, do that more efficiently, so on and so forth. How are we feeling? YouTube, any questions? And I don't use my YouTube much, but I really want to start using it more. It's such a great resource. Great little tap on the floor. Yeah, it was not quite as gingerly as it should have been. All right, let's do it again, y'all. Back to the right hand. Starting with the farmer carry knee drive, going to the stationary lunge, and thirdly, going to the dead stop swings. Let's do it. Right hand, pick the bell up, depress the shoulder blades, get that right leg locked out, very active through that big toe. Just think about your foot the whole time. Think about squeezing that glute. If you've got those 2 things, like solid, you should be pretty solid in this knee drive. All right, let's do our stationary lunges. So plant the left foot behind you, hinge over the knee with your chest, 5 reps. Keep most of your weight in the front leg. It's okay for the knee to go in line with the toes. I want them to. All right, after 5, we've got swings with this bell. 5 dead stop swings. All right, let's go straight into the left side. Stand tall, depress the shoulder blades. That means squeeze them down, okay? Open chest, knee drive, squeezing everything in that left leg. Squeezing your toes into the floor, locking out the knees, squeezing your glute, making sure your hips are on the same plane. And you'd be able to tell if you have a mirror in front of you if you're doing this, okay? If you're doing that, that probably means that your hamstrings a little bit too tight. Just bring your knee down a little bit, okay? Let's now do the stationary lunge, 5 reps. And now we're gonna have swings. Dead stop, 5 reps. Ooh. All right. Woo, good work. Take a break when you get done with that, and then we'll be back in it for round 3. Let's see, are my feet super dirty? No, they're not. Why? Someone asked if my feet were dirty. No, we keep it pretty clean in here. We got a no shoe policy, so that keeps things pretty clean. All right, as let's do it, round 3. Right hand holding the bell. And squeeze them down, knee drive. The top of the mountain, okay? And then we're downhill from there. And let's do it. Stationary lunge. Fabulous. After those 5, we've got 5 dead stop swings. Good work. Left side, whenever you're ready. Squeeze those shoulders down, squeeze your glute, and knee drive. "20-second hold here. Grip with the toes, all of them. And stationary lunges, 5 reps. This is a sneaky glute day. All right, y'all are gonna be sore in the glutes after all this single leg work. All right, dead stop swings. Take your breather. So if you want to add another kettlebell to your stationary lunge, you absolutely could. The reason that we're not is because in addition to today being a grip strength day, it is a major core day. So that farmer carry, the offset load in the stationary lunge, even the single arm swing, all of those are very challenging for the core because of the offset load. And when we do the bottoms up iso holds later, you'll notice that's also core. It's a ton of core because we're just holding here upside down with nothing but your core helping to balance that bell in addition to obviously the hand. So that's why I only have one bell in your hand. If you want to still have that core aspect, but really load up the leg, do a heavier bell in one hand and a lighter bell in the other hand, versus like the same weight. Because then it'll still give that feeling of I gotta like work against this. And I would strongly suggest doing the heavier bell on the outside and the lighter bell on the inside, but play with both. You know, both are great. But I think outside's a little bit harder. All right, we got it again. Let's do it. Round 4. Farmer carry, right side, knee drive, 20 seconds. Just hold. Squeeze those booties. And stationary lunges, 5 reps. Bonus if you want to add an iso to it at the bottom. It's even better. All right, after 5 reps, 5 dead stop swings. Single arm. Good work. Left side. Farmer carry. Squeeze them down. Squeeze that glute. Squeeze everything. Okay? Knee drive. Right up at hip height or a little bit lower so that your hips are on the same plane. Find a spot on the wall, grip with your toes, and hang on for dear life. 5 seconds. Stationary lunges. Knee drive leg goes in the back. 5 reps, hinging the chest over the knee. After those 5 dead stop swings. 5 reps. Now if you're in a later week, You already know this. The reps are going up. So feel free to do more, or just do this with us. I'm good. Either. All right, after that, take a breather. We're gonna have it one more time. Woo! All right. How are we doing? Is anyone doing it with us? I already know Malcolm is, because he wouldn't just be on here typing. I think he's typing on his rest sets. Let's do it one more time so we can get into that bottoms up work and finish this thing out before 7:30. That would be a great situation since we got another workout at 7:30. Right hand on. Farmer carry, squeeze the glute, knee drive. Sequoia, I didn't forget about you. I know you're doing it. I know you're here with us. Woo. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stationary lunges. Last set. Make it count. Put it all in that front leg. Think of the glute. And now we've got those swings. Hey, if we want to spice up the swings, great opportunity for it. Let's do a kickstand. So for the left foot, go onto the ball of your foot. Make that left foot just barely behind the right, so the toes are in line with the right foot's heel. And this is going to put it all in this right leg, okay? Single arm swings. Dead stop. Think of that right glute, right quad, right hamstring. All right. Let's do it on the left side. Farmer carry. And hold it. 20 seconds. We're already halfway. 3, 2, 1. Stationary lunges. Nice and slow. Searching for that glute. All right. We've got our swings. Let's try to kickstand again. Right foot is kickstanded, left foot is planted. Left one is the one that we're trying to fire up here, okay? Or you can go the other way. It doesn't really matter. Let's hit it. 5 kickstand swings. Good. I will call out one thing. I would normally do opposite, like if right hand is holding the bell, I would go left foot planted, so I can rotate into that glute a little bit more, but we were already very much focusing on the same side leg as the hand holding the bell, so that's why I chose it that way for the kickstand. But honestly, play with both. There's room for both in your programming. Just give it some thought and decide what makes the most sense for you. Okay, so that is the end of section 1. We got one more section to go, and then we move on to barbell. So we've got bottoms up, ISO, from a tall kneeling position. So the reason for this is that I don't want it all chasing the bell like that. I want to take the legs out of it, pretty much, by coming down to this tall kneeling position. We're going to have our feet flexed, so toes are in the floor. We're going to be squeezing the glutes down, rib cage down, everything I've been cueing today. And then we're just holding here. That bottoms up hold for 20 seconds. And then we'll switch sides, and then we got skaters paired with that. 3 rounds through and we're done. So, the way that we'll get this bell up is kind of cleaning it up. We'll swing back and clean it up, but I usually use that other hand to help get it up there. Make sure that you're all set. We squeeze everything down, and then we let it go, okay? So let's do it. Right hand on. If you're using a competition belt, I would suggest going toward the thumb corner, just to give you a little extra grip in the corner of the handle. If you're on a hard style bell, a cast iron bell, It just kind of depends on what size bell you grab. But let's go ahead and bring the bell up. Knees are about shoulder width apart. I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades down. Toes are in the floor. And I'm holding right at eye level. Go ahead and bring that other hand away. And of course, use it to spot you if you need to. But otherwise, we're just balancing here. 20 seconds. Already halfway. Eyes on the bell. And bring it down. Now, the hardest thing about this is not totally leaning back away from the bell. Try to search for that tension, squeezing your glutes, kind of leaning into it. It's going to be very challenging, especially if this is your first time or you don't do it often. But over the course of time, that core is going to get really strong. You're going to be able to do that. All right, let's bring the bell up. Tall kneeling position, or tall kneeling position. And we're holding. Left shoulder blade squeezing down. Right one too. Find tension everywhere. It'll all help. It might exhaust you more quickly, but you'll get way more out of those seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the bell down. Okay, we got skaters. 20 seconds, it's quick. Okay, so about 12 per side. Let's do it together. These are just normal skater hops or skater jumps, not the extra hop unless you want to. So that would be like this. Feel free to do either. If you are doing just the skater, try to get as long of a skater as possible and make sure that that other foot is not coming down to the ground. Do one more and rest. All right, we got this for 2 more rounds and then we're done, okay? How are you feeling? YouTube, Zoom, Instagram, we're streaming everywhere. Just in case. I don't want to miss anyone. All right. We got it again. Our recovery for our arms was using our legs, so we're going to do that also. We're going to use our recovery for our legs as work time for the arms. So go ahead and get the bell up in your right hand, tall kneeling position, and I challenge you to crunch toward the weight. All right, we're holding 20 seconds, balancing the weight, eyes on the bell. How are we doing? 8 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right. Other side. Bring that bell up and hold. And you can use that other hand to spot it if you need to. This is going to be funky for most people for a while when you first started, especially on your non-dominant hand. And bring the belt down. So don't beat yourself up if you can only do it on one hand, if you don't have the right weight for you on your non-dominant hand for right now. The bells only go so light. So we'll find something else for you to use. In the meantime, I'll say dumbbells won't really give it that feeling because you're holding the weight, whereas this has the weight above you. So that's the whole point of it. So get creative, see what you can find. Let's go and do these skaters. 20 seconds. Again, going for length and balance. If you're doing just the single skaters, you're doing the skater hops, maybe focus on how high you're jumping, how springy that jump is, or the placement of that second step is in the same spot as the first. And rest. Okay, we're gonna have it one more time, and then we'll be done. Let's go right back in. Here we go. Tall kneeling position. Squeeze the booty cheeks. All right, let's do it. You can, of course, chase the bell if you need to, but try to keep it still. Try to keep extraneous movement to a minimum. Eyes on the belt. 5 seconds. And rest. Awesome. All right, we got it on the other side. Get set and hold. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay, final set of skaters, and then we're going to do a short little cool down to end this workout. Let's do it. Skaters, 20 seconds. And rest. Good work, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick little cool down to sign off today, especially since we didn't get to the other day, yesterday. All right, so we're gonna start on the floor, tabletop position, just as we were before. Hands out in front, sit back for child's pose. You're gonna tuck your pelvis and roll forward, one vertebrae at a time. Sit your hips down to the floor, open your chest and gaze up. Now tuck the chin and roll down your spine through cat and back to child's pose. 2 more. Fantastic. Come back up to tabletop. I want you to put your right hand in front of your left hand. Open your palm. Keep that arm locked out. And rotate that shoulder toward the floor. One of my favorites. Come back up. Left hand in front of right. Open your palm. Rotate that left shoulder toward the floor. So opening your chest to the right side of the room. Awesome. Final thing, supine twist. Lay on your back. Right knee in your chest, right arm out to the side. Pull across your body. And let's do the left side. Left knee in, left arm out. Pull across. Awesome. All right, I'm going to get this workout posted. And then we're going to start on our bodybuilding workout. So I'll see y'all over there in about 2 minutes, okay? Thanks so much for joining. Stick around for barbell. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Chase.